weakened. This is our chance.
Cannot, will not submit.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together.
Absolute freedom.
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
Okay, and you are alone in here, huh? Huh. Okay. The brain is resisting the chains of Karsus. Defeat it before it breaks free. 5 turns remaining, 450 health. Can the people outside enter as well? Okay, you... I mean, can we go in there or not? Okay, maybe you can't. Orb of Negation? Okay, I'm gonna have to check and see what that does. I don't like the sound of it, that's for damn sure.
A crack in its defenses. Now we can destroy its true
Okay,
self.
so our main characters can get in. Wait, what just happened?
Ready for another round?
What happened to my other character? What happened? Really?
Tactical.
Am I still in the negation or not? I can't tell. What is the negation doing? The orb will explode on its turn, dealing 20 to 200 damage? That's a little ridiculous. still... It's stressful, man. Okay. Okay, I don't think you are in the negation right now. I don't even know what happened to Vernat. She clicked on it and then fell unconscious.
Moving.
Damn, top damage is 120 on that. 10 to 60 cold damage to anyone standing in its way. No resistances. Would a cloud... I don't even know if I can put a cloud on it. Looks like I can. Does it not do initial damage or what? That didn't do anything to him. Fuck, I can't be wasting turns.
Finding my way.
Is the next attack a free attack, or does that take our bonus? Does take our bonus, and he missed. Okay. Tells me the platforms disappear with those. So how am I going to continue to do massive damage when I can't do melee?
This is it. Its will is weakening.
Okay. I can't get knocked prone. Okay, raise of fire up to 54 damage.
On my way. Got to keep fighting.
She's not able to move this turn? So she's dead. This is kind of absurd. Oh my god. How am I How? Okay, 40 top damage.
Got to press on.
I don't think there's any way to stop these, so... Fuck. % on that. Channel the stone's magic to control the Crown of Karsus and dominate the Nether Brain. Damn it, you're not strong enough to throw. She's my best damage dealer. She's just gonna die here? I got nothing to help her. Where's Will? Alright. So our earlier speed potion is what's killing us now. How are there so many 95s we miss? Oh no, are you not going to make it up there? I can't tell if you're going to be okay or not. Is that actually gonna hit or not? I can't tell. What happened to your second action? No, for real, what happened to your second action? I move forward, I jump down, that's a bonus action, and I use this once. I should have another action. What happened? What can you even do? You don't have ranged options, do you? Why doesn't that do damage? Okay, 2 actions. Okay, that's 6 to 60 on its top end. That's better than this. Can't reach.
focused.
Okay, second action. This should only be a bonus. Does this take 2? No, it doesn't. I'm gonna do this first, and then I'm gonna do that. So I don't know if you have anything you can use. Let's see. Create a point of intense gravity that pulls in all nearby enemies and possibly slows them. It does damage. Okay, well, at least it did damage. That's something. Mind Blast doesn't do shit. This one does damage even without the concentration.
Obey, Thrall.
It had no AoE showing that that would happen. I call bullshit on that.
Never a dull moment.
I call bullshit on that. I think he already did his job though, so I think all in all we're fine. Damn, that was a big hit.
At last, it is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Alright. Go ahead, command the brain to destroy all tadpoles, and then itself. I'm not becoming the absolute. Nope, not happening. Not this playthrough.
Master, I must obey. I must end.
That was a tough fight. That was wild.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn Elliphids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Last time we fell from the sky, the Emperor is the one who saved us, so what this time, huh? Damn. Okay. Hopefully we got out of that. There you go, Mama. Damn aura. I had my hand crossbows out when we ended that fight. Now that aura is gonna show up in all of our cutscenes. Son of a bitch. I should tweet it at Larian. Be like, hey, maybe in the next patch?
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For
Damn, the town... Baldur's Gate looking pretty rough. Jesus.
Nobu, this moment is for savoring. There will be tadpoles to snack on later.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We've won. But at what cost? The mangled rhymes the bards will make of your name. Perhaps those are the true evil here.
The parasite. It's withered. Dead along with the Nether Brain. I am cleansed. I will never be a filthy geich. Only mild offense intended, of course. You did the unthinkable. And I'm grateful for it.
Even when my time in the prison stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is right for her. You should do this, Lae'zel. Your people need you.
It will be done. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains.
Enough talk.
I don't know why
Give
the
me
models
my
are shaking
freedom.
like this.
Freedom from this form.
I mean, I think we're gonna end up back to these options anyway, but you're a Mind Flayer, but you're still you, aren't you?
Yes. But for how long?
Yeah, I guess
My
if another
mind
Elder Brain.
screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely. I will not be Ghaik. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form. Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own.
Okay, I think I'm gonna honor his wishes here. I'm interested to know what other people chose. Give Orpheus the honorable death he craves.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
Kulos! I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator.
Alright, girl's gotta go and fight a war against Vlaakith now. That's wild.
To the skies!
The Githyanki are departing in peace. Curious sight in a day already full of them.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands.
It's unfortunate our camera's freaking out so much in this final scene.
But what then? What would I do with it once I have it?
Perhaps it's best you leave it where it is, lest anyone should ever again be tempted by such power.
A wise suggestion. I felt a hubris once before and landed myself with this orb. I think I'd rather not make the same mistake again. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, and I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Maybe we should stay in the city, help rebuild it.
Perhaps. But I fear it would take an entirely fresh start to mend the ills of this place.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted.
Oh shit, he's got to get out of the sun.
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Well, shit.
I suppose that's the last time any of us will see him. And the last time I'll ever see the sun.
Damn, that's really sad.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You were spectacular in every way.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you.
Shit.
Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlach, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
Honestly, yeah.
You can't.
Like, the two of them could raise Avernus to the ground. They really could. All you gotta do is decide to do it. So we can send... I don't want to do this one, because that means all three of us would go. And honestly, I have no idea what our interaction with Shadowheart is going to be like. So if I make this decision, that could affect what happens with Shadowheart. So do we... Go, Karlach. We'll be with you. You won't be alone anymore. I would go with this one, letting her make her own decision, if it didn't also imply that I had to go too. I almost wish that there was a your decision to go with Will as well. I feel like I don't have the option that I would want to choose here, so Will be with you. You won't be alone anymore.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side.
Doesn't sound so
Zariel
bad.
won't touch you. I swear it, Karlach.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It doesn't feel like we went against her wishes. She still got to decide in the end.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred.
That's so messed up. You must miss them.
More than I thought would be possible. Considering the short time we had, I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself.
There's a place for you by my side if you want it.
I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
Well, soldier. Here we are. It worked.
Honestly, I think those two work well together, too.
I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these.
How is she so cool all the time?
But then, there was you.
Okay, Will Karlach DLC?
Fast,
Let's go.
Careless. Don't let them tire you out. Just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Go and get him, girl. Go and get him. Okay. I mean, out of everybody, I think Astarion got the short shrift in our playthrough. everybody kind of got their ending, but the fact that we didn't let him do the Ascension meant that, yeah, his is definitely the biggest downer. I mean, obviously Karlax has definitely got a hint of, you know, bittersweetness to it. I do wonder if we had decided to go with Karlach, if we could have brought Shadowheart too. Maybe in that end scene you could have all 4 of us there in Avernus. Either way, I think that I really like the idea of at least those 2. Like, Will and Karlach, they make a good pair for this. Their stories seem to thematically push them that direction, so... he's gonna go to Avernus, and he's gonna fight the devils and the demons, and, you know, she's gonna be there right there with him. That's kind of cool. This is my game of the year. Hands down. Easily. Such a great game. Such a fantastic game. Such fantastic writing. Now, that isn't to say that it's perfect. They definitely need to clean up, especially some stuff for that last section of the game. Act 3 wasn't nearly as bad as I expected it to be, but we kind of got there at a good time when some of the bugs were being dealt with. We still ran into a couple, but for the most part, I still felt like Act 3 was pretty clean for us for the most part. We had a couple bugs there with Auntie Ethel, and we had the bugs that everybody got with the fireworks quest, but other than that, we didn't run into too many major ones. Little bits of frustration here and there, but all in all, pretty good. I think technically they absolutely need to clean up especially these final cutscenes here that we just saw. They seem to be really, really buggy, as well as just the entire fight area for the end game. Lots of bugs that we ran into there, lots of, you know, minor issues that add up to a lot of issues. But otherwise, like, what a great game. What a fantastic game. Like, these writers should be so proud of what they've done here. Think about the way that you go through this game, at least the way that I went through this game. How many times did I actually have to open up the journal and look at my quest log and figure out what I needed to do next? This game has a way of just naturally immersing you in the world in such a way that you can just go through it and let the events unfold almost naturally. And that is something that you don't get to experience very often. I think that the closest thing to that is probably Larian's previous game, Divinity Original Sin 2, but even that one did not do that on this level. I felt like I could just naturally explore this world, and it would just seamlessly happen. And it's not in the same way that other open worlds are, right? Like, this is a heavily designed world, and it's very, very dense in the way that it's designed. Most open worlds are like, they have it. I always think of them as like checkboxes. You have to rely on maps, you have to rely on a quest marker, all of those things. And in this one, everything just naturally flowed, you know? I don't know, it's something special, it really is. And this, whatever design philosophy they are using to create these games, like, I hope that other people look at it a little bit and see if they can, you know, utilize some of those ideas in their own games, because not many people are designing in this way. And to be fair, it's not easy to design this way. I mean, the reason why we have probably so many issues with the way that, like, the flow worked in that final scene there is because it's really, really hard to take into account all of the things that they needed to take into account. And all of the choices and permutations and all of that, like, it's kind of a colossal task. And seriously, Larian, like, fantastic job. I can't believe that you managed to make this work. And I know that given time, a lot of the rough edges, you're going to grind those down and make them smooth. Because you did exactly that with Divinity Original Sin 2. So I definitely trust Larian to sort of like buff out the rough edges. And even with the rough edges in this playthrough that we just did, I had such a good time with this game. I want to know what other people thought about it. I want to know what other people experienced in their end game. Now, obviously, there is a lot of things that could have gone differently, right? So I wonder if we had chosen to take the crown ourselves in the end there, if then at the end of the game we would have had the option to give it to Gale. I think there's a possibility that had we taken the crown and then given it to Gale, Gale could either choose to take it on himself or possibly given it to Mystra, which that probably would have been the route that he would have gone in our playthrough, because that's the direction that we steered him towards. And obviously, had we, with Astarion, had we allowed him to go through the Ascension, he wouldn't have had such a sad ending there. He really did have a sad ending there, didn't he? I mean, I wonder how that plays out differently when he's your love interest. My guess is that there would have been something a little bit different there at the end. He may have still had to have run off, but then you probably would have joined him in the end and maybe gotten a little bit of an epilogue with him. So many options for, like, there's so many different permutations that could have happened. If you really think about it, had we never brought Karlach into the party, we'd be dealing with a will that never gained horns, right? Because he never broke his pact. And so his story would have played out differently. Probably similar, but obviously very differently. And you have to wonder how those differences would be. Like, there definitely is a lot of replayability for a lot of these companions. So if I'm thinking about it, when we do an evil playthrough, I'm wondering, obviously Minthara is an extra character that we'd be able to have. So I think that I am planning on doing an evil playthrough. The question is when. Most likely what I want to do is I want to go to Divinity Original Sin 2 next, maybe do a playthrough of that, which is another 100-hour game, and then maybe after that, since there will be lots of separation between the two, come back to Baldur's Gate 3 when hopefully there are some more fixes for the game, and play an evil playthrough. And in that playthrough, we'd have Minthara, we would have Astarion, and we'd have Lizelle. I think that would be our group. So Gale would be being left out again, but that would be kind of our group, is our main character, and then those three. Now, I don't know if... I'd have to do a little bit of research, but I'd have to see if in an evil playthrough if there's any way to recruit Karlach. Her and Will, honestly, seem to be hingent upon the refugees. And in our evil playthrough, we're going to have to turn on the refugees. So unless there's some alternate path to keeping them with us, I don't know if either of them would be able to join us in that playthrough. And we'd be able to see some of the other alternate ways that their stories might play out. But in that playthrough, we'd definitely be trying out Dark Urge as our main character. And we would be trying out as many alternate routes as possible. So obviously, for Astarion, we'd probably allow him to do his ascensions. I don't think that we would be able to do... I'm wondering if there's a way for us to still side with Raphael. I think that we still can side with Raphael and turn Lizelle against, well, both Orpheus... the Emperor's easy, but like the Orpheus thing, I wonder if she'd be pissed about that. She can probably be convinced, though. And so I wonder if, like, we could try siding with Raphael there as well. There's so many options. It has me really, really, like, thinking about all of the different permutations. And that's really, really impressive, Larian. So impressive. But yeah, let me know what you think about the playthrough. Let me know if you're playing through your own playthrough, some of the differences you might have run into. Obviously, as long as they don't spoil specifically the Dark Urge, because I feel like we know the stories of a lot of the other characters, except for Minthara, Dark Urge, and things like that. So if you feel like it's major spoilers that we might get to experience in our evil playthrough, maybe don't talk about those, but if it's variations on similar things that we've experienced, I'd be interested in hearing about it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anything else I have to say. Other than, holy shit, this game is amazing, and easily going into my top 10. If you don't know, Divinity Original Sin 2, Larian's previous game, is in my top 10. So if that game is in my top 10, and this game is as good as it is, then obviously this game is in my top 10. Where it sits in my top 10, who knows, but... yeah, this game is amazing, so... Alright, well, I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to allow the credits to play through, and we'll see if there are any end credit scenes for us to experience. Who knows, maybe we'll get to see, like, little vignettes of our characters and whatnot. Maybe we'll get to see that Astarion joined the underground group and is leading them. That's something that I would hope that he would go and do. That's my headcanon. He's going to go below ground, and he's going to become the leader of the vampires, and they're going to live happily ever after underground in the Underdark, alongside, you know, Drow and Dwergar and mushroom people. And they're only going to eat animals, not people. Right? Right. All right. Okay, so from here on out, we're just going to let the credits roll out, and we'll see if there's a scene at the end. So, see y'all in a bit if there's a scene at the end.
blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk and make me feel it's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do and I still want to live.
I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. Cold as death. I feel your heart beat in my soul, our futures bound, our bodies know. Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk, invite me. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do if I can only leave. I can't go yet, don't let me die. I'll never stop until I'm done. But just tonight, maybe I'll rest in peace. I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. Cold as death. I hear your heart beat in my soul, our endings bound, our bodies know. I can't go yet,
Don't let me die,
I want to live.
my only one. There's more to do if we can only live. The clock won't stop and this is what we get.
There thou art, the dead three.
Withers?
Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name.
Yeah, talk your shit, bro.
Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become Mind Flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone.
All right, Wither shit talk. I'm
The
down for that.
supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel, felled by mortals.
Again.
I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Okay. So what was the name of that death god that was outside of his chamber? Because, like, do we know if Withers is just, like, an avatar for that god? Or is he that god? He's probably just an avatar, right? Man, I can't remember the name of that god. But he's considered a death god, so he'd be in the similar pantheon as the Dead Three. Although the Dead Three, I think, are like sub-gods, basically. They're people who, they're entities that wanted to be more powerful gods, but they're kind of like demigods, more like. But, cool. Alright, how long did we play? So our last save is at 180 hours. So yeah, our playthrough was over 180 hours. With failures and reloads and things like that, like I wouldn't be surprised if we were a little bit closer to 190. That is crazy. And I'm so happy. This game was so good. Well, I guess this is where we end it. Thank you all so much for watching this. This turned out to be, honestly, I didn't expect people to be able to find this playthrough. I thought that there would be so many LPers out there that were going to be so much bigger than me that I would be completely buried in the YouTube algorithm. But somehow, enough of you guys came out and watched my playthrough that I ended up actually being able to be searchable and found for this playthrough, and I can't thank you all enough for that. It really does mean a lot to me. Who knows how many people will still be watching by episode 175, but thank you all for those of you who made it through all of this. It was a long journey and one that I enjoyed thoroughly. So thank you all, and hopefully soon I'll have some announcements for Divinity Original Sin 2. I do want to start a playthrough. When I'm recording this, it's several months out from when it's actually going to be airing on YouTube. So as it gets closer to that, I'll have to see where I have openings in my schedule, but do keep an eye out for that Divinity Original Sin 2 playthrough, because I will want to do it as soon as I do have an opening. So yeah. Once again, thank you. If you want to, go and check out some of my other playlists. There's a whole bunch of other games that I've played on my channel, and if you like this game, I guarantee you'll be able to find at least one other playthrough on my channel that you'll enjoy as well. If I had to recommend something, if you're looking for another turn-based CRPG, go ahead and go and watch Wasteland 3. If I've started Divinity Original Sin 2, go and watch that, because it's the game that Larian made before this one, and it is also fantastic. Definitely a lot of the things that they cultivated in that game made it into this game as well, and they just keep getting better and better, Larian. Gotta love them. Well, thank you, and see you in the next playthrough. Bye, everybody.
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Turkeyfoot 27, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.